Okay, welcome everyone. Hope you have had a good day. Well, this is a new release day for us, of course, being a Wednesday, but we do just have one product tonight. That is Archives Baseball, and we are going to be opening it by the half case tonight because there's a lot of cards in there. Now, I know there's at least one person who said they've had some problems checking out. So if you are here, the person who's been messaging me about having problems checking out, please jump into chat and let me know that you're here, and we can work out some arrangements for you to send it directly by way of PayPal and all that stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted out for you before we actually get started tonight. Ripping, I mean. We are already started, obviously. So let's go ahead and go over our info. Get that up and running. So feedback is set to be automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And of course, the far more important thing there is to say thank you. I do always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. And this is what it looks like in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to break a 6-box half-case quantity of Gold Standard Football. Those are loose boxes from shared cases. On Friday night, it's going to be 12 boxes of certified football. Those also loose boxes from shared cases. Saturday, Sunday, both off nights. Monday night, we're going to come back with Topps Chrome Jumbo Baseball. I seem to have left off the break number there, but I think it's break number 4. But anyway, it is already up and running and listed, and that's the important part. So what we are opening tonight, 5 boxes of 2020 Topps Archives Baseball. That is a half case quantity break, and this is break number 1, of course, because it just came out today. I am anticipating that it's going to ship out the door and on the way to you roughly Saturday. Now, as always, that is plus or minus a day, so it could go a little sooner, and if something takes longer than expected, could go a day later, which would be Monday. As it sits right now, I think it'll be Saturday, and every team should have pulled cards, so we shouldn't have to worry there. Now, I'm going to bring you back to my view for a moment, and I'm going to try again here to reach out to the person who has been emailing me on eBay. There was someone having trouble checking out. Are you here? If you are here in chat, we're going to try to work out something so that you can send the payment directly by way of PayPal. If you're not here in chat, of course, we'll have to make some alternate arrangements, but I'm hoping that you are, considering that's the last message exchange that we had. Michael is here. Hi, Michael, and so is T. Cassidy. So, Michael, our deal is I do have these 2 teams that are hanging out. It's someone who, for some reason, eBay was giving them some problems checking out, so I'm just kind of waiting here for a moment to see if they are in fact here in chat. If they are, then maybe we can work it out so that they can pay directly and retain those teams. If they're not, then we may have a couple teams available. So I guess maybe that person is not here since I'm not seeing or hearing anything from them. So I guess that's going to leave us with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Oakland A's in here that are available. And let me tell you where they ended up here. If you can bear with me for a second, I will tell you. And it looks like the Rays went at $12.50 and the A's went at I think that says $26 and some change. My vision is terrible, but I think it's $12.50 and 26 and some change. And all right, so actually it looks like, well, no, wait a minute. Did the payment just come through? Oh, it did. Okay. All right. So whatever was happening there, it looks like eBay got itself sorted out and did allow that other bidder to pay. So good. We can just keep right on trucking then. All right. Yay. So, yeah. So this is where we left off. I'm sure everybody saw that a moment ago and heard me discussing it. So we're just going to move right on down the line here. And once again, 5-box half-case quantity of 2020 Archives Baseball. It is break number 1. Product just came out today, was released today, landed on eBay tonight. We're breaking it tonight, Wednesday, the 19th of August. You're going to find your team names there on one side and your winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side as we scroll down through here. And we've got one more little piece of business, and that is me. I'm going to change up the focus. Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do. So you're going to see your background get blurry, and that, whoops, and that is intentional. I don't want you to worry about that. It's supposed to look like that. It's going to let us see our cards up nice and close, though. All right, so our 5 boxes of archives. Here is what we need to know. We are looking for a Topps nickname mini poster box topper in each box. And then we are looking for 2 on-card autographs per box. So that's what we can expect to find here as we work our way through archives. There are tons and tons and tons of packs in each box. We'll actually probably spend as much time opening packs tonight as we will actually looking at product. It's just the way it goes in some of these high base card sets. So the first mini poster we see here, it says the conductor Chris Sale for the Red Sox. There's nothing on the back. It's just a nice little fold in the middle, little mini poster. So we'll find a way to get that to you. Probably have a top loader close to that size. And then the rest is going to be a long night of doing this. Killing time while we are trying to extract cards from packs. So, yeah. I do love this set. I always have. I like the design of it. It's fun. It reminds me of cards when I was a kid, of course, the way they look and feel, and that's the idea behind it, I guess. And I really do like it, but man, I do wish there were a few less base cards. I will be honest with you. There's a lot. a lot. You said you need to see some Red Sox love there. All right, CIA chef, we will do our best to get you some Red Sox out of here tonight. We're going to make several piles before we get all of this out of here. So yeah, archives is, you know, it's like Heritage and some of the other sets that are similar that just have a really high card count, a lot of cards, not a lot of hits necessarily, but a big base set. But they're always, those are the ones that are always really cool sets. I just would prefer they be slightly less volume. That's all. And not even so much from the breaking standpoint as the sorting of it. Oh, it's a dreadful sort. All right, so we are going to see, first thing I should probably tell you, those are facsimile signatures, of course, printed on there. That is not the actual signature. So we'll find some designs that have that, some designs that don't. Then we've got these that are still yet a different design, not numbered, but I wanted to flip it over to demonstrate that, which again, always as we go through first boxes, we tend to go a little bit slower so that we get a good look at everything. And that is one of our actual autographs. So it's going to the Cardinals, and Felix Jose there is one of, I forgot to get my sleeves out, that is one of the 2 autographs that we're going to find in this product. Now, I will tell you this. Sometimes there will be an autograph that blends in so much that it looks like one of the imprinted autographs, and I fly right by it. Now, that has happened to me before in this product, so if you see one go by and I don't stop, please let me know. So the St. Louis Cardinals have the first one out, and again, just demonstrating that variant that we're looking at there, none of those are numbered, which means that not likely to be numbered as we go along. There's a Sandman insert, Mariano Rivera, so we're going to have, I guess, maybe some nickname inserts, it looks like, as we go along. These, of course, reproductions from the 70s, I think those were. That looks like a card from about 78-ish, but I couldn't tell you 100% for sure, but I think somewhere in that general vicinity. And of course, being that there is a lot of base, we generally move through the base with a pretty good purpose, if you will. There's a nice looking little Trent Grisham insert for the Padres. And what else have we got in here? There's another one with a rookie cup on it. So lots of fun, interesting designs always in archives. Good stuff for set builders. It's a lot of fun to put together sets with all the variants. Another nickname, Chicago Cubs, and Ernie Banks, Mr. Sunshine. I really didn't remember Ernie Banks having the nickname of Mr. Sunshine, truthfully. But there you go. Now we know, don't we? A Sports Extra insert. Those are fun. Those, again, I think were from the 70s, maybe the 80s, but I think more like the 70s, those Sports Extras. A little Shogo there for the Reds on an insert. Javi Baez and the Cubs with a nickname. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Somebody got, there it is. It was our autograph that got stuck back there. I just saw Vogelbach go by. I saw he got DFA'd today. I didn't really get any of the details, but I just basically saw the headline that he was designated for assignment. So here's an Offerman, and we've got one out for you Red Sox fairly early, CIA Chef, with a Jose Offerman autograph for the Boston Red Sox. So those are both of our autos out of box number 1 have now been located. Ah, polar bear. That's cute. And here we have a Barry Larkin. That is a hollow foil, and it comes out for the Cincinnati Reds. So, of course, the hollow foils are always a lot of fun. And sometimes they like to separate from the card a little bit around the edges and things, although I didn't really notice it on that one. So, hopefully we won't have that problem tonight, though it seems we've had it a bunch this year in general. And here's a numbered insert for the Red Sox. It is numbered to 175. That is Mo Vaughn with a purple parallel to 175. You wanted to know if the Larkin was a 1 of 1. That it doesn't have the pattern on it as a 1 of 1, nor is it numbered 1 of 1. So not to the best of my knowledge, it's not. I mean, generally, a Topps 1 of 1 has a very particular pattern on it, which I don't see there, a superfractor pattern, which is not on that one, nor is it actually numbered in any place. So to the best of my knowledge, that's just a regular hollow foil. I didn't see it. He says it's on the bottom right that it is. Okay. I still don't see it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, you're right. In the uniform, I totally missed it. I was looking down there. So yeah, you're right. That is a 1 of 1 on the Larkin, but it is missing our superfractor pattern that we normally see on 1 of 1 from Topps. But yeah, you're right. So even better. Good eye. I didn't even see the number. Lost in the pattern of the uniform. There's an Ernie Banks Mr. Sunshine poster, box topper. So yeah, good eye on that one. Thank you guys. I did not even see the 1 of 1 back there, and I'm used to seeing the pattern for Topps when we have a 1 of 1 as well. So there you go. I looked right past it, and you guys caught it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And of course, you know I'm a Reds fan, so I was already loving that we had the Larkin. Now I love it even more that it's a 1 of 1. It's not mine. I don't get to keep it, but I still like it. So congratulations if you've got the Reds. That's a good start to your night with a Barry Larkin. See, there you go. You said you just knew you thought all the golds were numbered, so you knew you should look for it. Yeah, thank you. I probably would have seen it when I was sorting, and then I would have gone, oh man, I didn't even catch it and tell them it was 1 of 1 live. So yeah, thank you. I do appreciate that. I have some vision challenges from some eye surgery I had several years ago that didn't go properly, and I'm pretty good with distance vision, and I'm okay with really, really close stuff. But the middle ground, like where, this section in which I do the breaks, unfortunately falls into that middle ground. It's hard for me to sometimes see numbers and letters and things if they are mixed in with a lot of pattern. It's just difficult for me to see them sometimes. Now, I do catch them, I'd say probably 90% of the time. But the other 10%, yeah, goes right past me. And I looked at that twice even. I still didn't see it. So thank you guys. Yeah, it is always good to have an assist when something like that comes up. So I appreciate you on that. All right, so that means we were off to a very good start with a 1 of 1, especially considering that it's loose boxes, and honestly, I think we have just as good, sometimes better luck out of loose box breaks than we do out of taking them, first and second half of a case. In fact, what did we do the other day? We did a loose box break of something and hit 2 Dominguez autographs out of it for the Yankees. Out of the half case of whatever, I can't remember what product it was now. I was like, oh, see, there's an advantage. Like, you would never hit 2 Dominguez autographs out of the same case sealed, but out of loose boxes, hey, anything's possible. There is a Ralph Garr that is for the Braves. So autograph number 1 out of box number 2. Wonder why Topps didn't use their pattern, their superfractor pattern on that either. That's weird too. I don't know that I've seen, I'm sure I have, I guess, at some point, but other than printing plates, I don't remember seeing stuff from Topps that was 1 of 1 that didn't have the superfractor pattern in recent years anyway. It's an Aaron Judge All Rise insert. First time we've seen one of those. Also unnumbered, but a nice little insert series. Thor, Syndergaard for the Mets. Yeah, that is our other autograph up there. I just decided it was early to find it, so I deferred it. We'll pick it up and take a better look at it in a minute. Just thought it'd give us something to look forward to, maybe, if we waited a minute to get to it. That's all. That was my thought process anyway. Sometimes it's nice to have something saved to close to the end, maybe. And we're getting there. Yeah, I think we end up with something like about 1,000 cards. This is numbered to 99 for the Astros. And that is a gray parallel there for Mr. Andy Pettitte and the Astros. But yeah, I think it's somewhere right around 1,000 cards when we finish a half case, which is a pretty good number to look through. Number to 175 for the Orioles, it is Brooks Robinson. That is another purple parallel. Now we'll take a look at it. It is going to the Giants. He's holding that World Series trophy, he is, Bruce Bochy. So there you go. Got a Giants manager signature. And that excuse me, autograph number 2 out of box number 2. There's a Showtime, just another nickname insert. That's Shohei Ohtani and the Angels. Of course, my Cincinnati Reds have had their most recent series delayed. I think somebody tested positive, so it's, you know, it's pretty amazing that the NBA has managed to make their bubble work and really not have any problems. And baseball's been all over the map having problems, definitely outbreaks, I guess, little clusters more so than, you know, wiping out the whole thing. Javi Baez for the Cubbies. But you figure if you compare, say, baseball to basketball, basketball is obviously more close quarters, generally speaking, yet they've had fewer problems because of their bubble. And then you think about, what is that going to mean for the NFL? Because, I mean, good grief, I don't care what you do. That is a contact sport. And you're going to have 10 guys piled on top of each other, all yelling and screaming and spitting and whatever else is going on in those big piles when they are tackling and trying to recover fumbles and etc. I just don't see any way that football is not going to have the problems that baseball's had, except more so. I don't know. And of course, I know, like, there's been a bunch of athletes, especially a bunch of guys from Ohio State, have petitioned, I think, both athletes and parents, asking, like, the Big Ten and a couple of the conferences that have canceled to say, we really want to play, please let us play. And they're saying, no way. Of course, the SEC, my conference, for Kentucky Wildcats, that's where I went to school, okay. And you know they're not going to cancel. Not until, like, they're the last possible people playing, then they might consider it. But they're not letting go of that TV revenue. You know it, and I know it. So, and then I heard today that maybe the NCAA is going to let all Division I players have an extra year of eligibility, or at least they're considering it. I don't know whether or not it'll come to fruition, but I guess they're at least talking about it. Which, while that's good, it probably, if you know, these guys that were planning on turning pro, what does it do to them? Do you just still go and hope you've got enough stuff on tape that your draft position holds, or do you wait a year, essentially setting out a year if your team isn't playing or your conference isn't playing, and then hope that you're still in the same spot when you come back? I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a mess. So, any way you cut it, probably going to be a little bit of a mess. All right, we have got ourselves a Phil Hughes autograph. This one is out for the Yankees. It is autograph number 1 out of box number 3. So the New York Yankees with a little ink. So I don't know. I guess it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. But you know what? I really wasn't even sure that baseball would be able to get through their 60-game season there for a hot second when the Marlins and everybody were starting to go down. I was like, oh man, I don't know about this. But so far, really, as I said, been a couple of little clusters, but as a whole, they've hung in there pretty well. So better than maybe I thought they would. And yes, that was our other autograph that once again I just deferred a little bit. It's setting up there in the stack. We'll take a look at it closer to the end here, so we have something to look a little forward to after we go through this giant stack. But I don't know. I think it would be some tough decisions to make if you were an athlete and they did give everybody an extra year's eligibility. I think it would be tough to decide what to do. I mean, for some guys it wouldn't be. Like if you weren't projected to be maybe in the X number of rounds, you know, first round, second round, whatever, maybe you're like, maybe it's not such a tough decision. Maybe you think, yeah, it gives me another chance to prove myself, but I don't know. It's to 175, and it is a purple parallel once again. This one is an Alex Bregman for the Astros with a nice little horizontal variation there. And here comes our autograph. Second one out of this box, going to the Dodgers. This is Mark Grudzielanek. Yeah, I know I butchered it. I know I did. But anyway, it's the Dodgers. That's the part that's more important, perhaps. I don't know. I struggle with the names. I really do. It's terrible. But, yeah. I do well to get past anything besides Smith or Young. Although that guy, I don't really think I've ever even heard his name pronounced. So, truthfully, I couldn't tell you that one at all. Most of the time, I at least know what it should sound like, and I know I've butchered it because I can't say it. But that one, I'm not even sure how that should have been pronounced. So, Thor, Mr. Noah Syndergaard, our mini poster. Obviously, you can see beyond the first one, which I did open up just to show you that the back was blank and all that. From the others, I try to keep them folded just so that we don't put any extra stress on that crease there in the middle, because those things are not super sturdy. They're fun, but they're not super sturdy, so don't really want to open and close them any more than necessary. Haven't seen an updated calendar from Topps or Panini in like a week or 10 days, so I don't know what in the world is going on there. As far as what's been moved around and what hasn't, I'm going to have to hit up my rep tomorrow, I guess. And he used to always forward them to us, to everybody, once they got an updated calendar. But for a few weeks now, I haven't gotten that, and I guarantee you they've moved stuff since then. So I don't even know for sure what we'll have next week. Every time I think I know, it seems like it gets moved. Originally, they had a schedule for a bunch of new releases next week, but I don't know if it still sits like that or not. All right, this is box 4 of 5 that we are rolling through right now. And there is one numbered to 175 for the Yankees. It's Goose, Mr. Gossage, on a purple parallel horizontal variation. Ah, Hammer and Hank Aaron, love it. I'd like to find a Hammer and Hank Aaron autograph. I don't know if his autograph's in this set or not, but if it is, that's what I would want to pull. That and Johnny Bench. You know those are my 2 favorite guys. Well, some of you know that. The ones that break with me a lot, you know those are my 2 favorite guys. Bench and Aaron. Love them both. The Conductor, Chris Sale. And there's a Mike Trout Millville Meteor nickname card. I don't know why I stopped on that Iglesias. I don't know. Somehow it just caught my eye. There wasn't any variation, I don't guess, but it did somehow just catch my eye there for a second. All right, we have one for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is Lloyd McClendon. We've got lots of managers tonight. This one is numbered to 25, though. So there you go. A little bit lower number on one for the Pirates there. Still should have one in here left to find, I believe. Well, it is. Did we already find it? We didn't, did we? Have we only had one? There it is. It's like, surely we didn't. I didn't scoot past it or forget about it. CIA Chef, it's another one for your Red Sox. And it is Kevin Miller for your Red Sox. All right, rolling into the last box. This brings us officially into the last box mojo zone, where we are going to hope that we can find some heat in here, bringing it home in the last box. Oh, look, that one's bent up right out of the thing. They inserted it wrong in the box and bent up the corner of that. That's a shame. I can probably, when I get that in the top loader, that'll straighten out quite a bit, I'm sure, but you're still going to have a little crease there, unfortunately, and got a little bit on the other side of it as well. That's Polar Bear and the Mets, and Topps didn't do us any favors on that one, didn't insert it in there quite right and bent it up a little bit. But fortunately, it's mostly in a patterned area, so once it's in a top loader and whatnot to flatten out, it maybe won't be too bad. Yeah, it seems like all of our releases are coming out in a strange order this year, aren't they? Well, they are. I mean, they definitely are, because the way they rescheduled a lot of things after the shutdown, where no cards were being produced there for several weeks, and they missed a lot of releases, and then they shuffled, of course, the whole calendar. So we've got everything coming out at weird times in relation to when it would normally come out on the calendar. So I guess they're just catching up the best way they know how. Although I think by now they're getting closer to being caught up, it seems like. Although arguably my distributors will still tell you, oh, they're not, we're getting less. I don't think I totally believe that. They might technically be getting less by maybe a case, but they'll act like, oh, we're getting so much less. Oh, yay, the mini. It is a Pete Alonso for the Mets. Always look forward to the minis. I like the minis, always have. I liked the minis in Allen and Ginter too. Of course, they're a little different now than they used to be size-wise, but I still like them. And here's one for the White Sox. We'll have one more autograph left to find in this box, but this is Mark Buell out for the White Sox. All right, 2 stacks to go, 1 autograph yet to find. Cleveland Indians, this is the red parallel. It is numbered to 75. And it is Bobby Bradley for the Indians. Oh, they switched up on us, didn't they? Started going the opposite direction out of the middle of nowhere there for a second. They do that sometimes, both Topps and Panini. Oh, a little Duke Snider. Nice. Dodgers, Duke of Flatbush. And this Edgar Martinez for the Mariners. Looks like it ought to be numbered, doesn't it? And it is numbered to 175 with our purple parallel once again. Mariners getting that one. Coming into the home stretch. Somewhere waiting in here is our last autograph. It is holding out fairly well, though, isn't it? I didn't even have to defer it this time. It's just holding on its own, waiting till towards the end, it seems. There it is. Oh, nice, and it's a rookie. Dylan Cease for the White Sox. Very nice. So that is our final autograph of the night, going to the White Sox. But we do still have these few little cards here left to look through, and then we're going to do a recap of our numbered cards, our box loaders, and our autographs. So that is what is coming up here now. Take a little peek at that and see what's what. So our box loader posters, again, this Pete Alonso, unfortunately, came right out of the box with a big crease right there, and to a lesser extent, a crease on the back side corresponding up there. That's the Mets, Pete Alonso. Syndergaard out also for the Mets. Javi Baez is here for the Cubbies, the Magician. Mr. Sunshine, Ernie Banks, and the Cubs, Chris Sale, and the Red Sox, the Conductor. Those are our box loader mini posters. The numbered cards, the one I missed the number on entirely, but thankfully you guys caught it. It is our gold hollow foil for the Cincinnati Reds, Barry Larkin. Hidden down there kind of in the uniform is a nice little 1-of-1 stamp on there. So Cincinnati, not too shabby right there. Numbered to 175, that one's going to the Mariners. Here come the Indians, a red parallel to 75. This mini is not numbered, but of course the minis aren't super common, so I just figured recap it anyway. And that is Pete Alonso for the Mets. 175 for the Yankees. The Astros to 175, the Orioles to 175. Then we've got a gray parallel here. That one is numbered to 99. It goes to the Astros. And then the Red Sox to 175. Our autographs, it is a Dylan Cease rookie autograph out for the Chicago White Sox. And right behind it, that last box was all about the Sox. There's another one for the White Sox. Then the Red Sox got involved here with Kevin Miller out for them. Got a manager, one of several tonight, McClendon Pirates, and that one is numbered to 25. For the Dodgers, that's Gridzilla, whatever. And for the Yankees, there comes Phil Hughes. Here's another manager for you, Bruce Bochy, and the Giants holding that World Series trophy he was. The Braves and Ralph Garr. Then another one for the Red Sox, that is Jose Offerman. And then we had one for the Cardinals that we got it started with tonight. That's Felix Jose. So that is our break of archives tonight. I'm going to put up on the screen again if you missed it earlier, if you tuned in after we went over it. We're going to take one more peek at your anticipated shipping date and also take a quick little look at what is coming up in the days ahead. So Saturday, I figure this will be out the door roughly Saturday. So as always, that's plus or minus a day. So if things go well and the sort is fast, maybe it goes out a day earlier. And if things go off the rails or the sort is slower or my week somehow crashes and burns, it could always go a day later. But as it stands right now, I think it'll be Saturday. Should not have to worry about consolation cards, tons of cards in this break, and I'm quite confident every team pulled cards of some sort, and all the cards do ship from this break. As far as the days ahead, tomorrow night it's going to be a 6-box half-case quantity break of Gold Standard Football, loose boxes, shared cases. Friday night we're going to do football again. It'll be certified football, a new release for Friday. We're going to break the 12-box inner case quantity. They will be loose boxes from shared cases. Saturday and Sunday are both off nights. On Monday night we're going to roll with some Topps Chrome Jumbo. That'll be a half case break, and I believe it is break number 4. It is the back half of a case, and I'm pretty sure it is break number 4. For some reason, I didn't quite manage to add that in there, but anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So there you go. That is what we look like in the days ahead, and yeah, I guess that has got me all finished up for tonight. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a great rest of your night and a good week ahead. Only one more, no, this is Wednesday. Dang, I've been a day off all week. I'm thinking we only have one more work day of the weekend, but well, we only have 2 more, so still not too bad. So anyway, I hope I'll see you again soon. In the meantime, stay safe, happy, and healthy, and I will be back at it tomorrow night, and we will see you then. Bye.